is in-fight weapons. We're in the fight, we're in a struggle, we're at extreme close quarters. And from here it's just when you see a scrap, it's a combination of pulling, pushing and hitting, or trying to hit, usually ineffectively. And this goes here, 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 and then it goes to the ground. So if you end up at this range with somebody and you don't know what the fuck to do, there's a good possibility that you'll go to the ground. Personally, I like to fight here best, extreme close quarters, because I'm strong, I've got good sensitivity, and I'll put you to a position naturally without thought where I can hit you. Because it's ingrained now, right? I want you to get that. I want you to get a feel of what that feels like. So here what you've looked at is barging with that shoulder to hit with this headbutt. Barging here with the shoulder to drive with this headbutt. It's not rocket science. If you could do that one way, you could do it a number of ways, couldn't you? Right? Then we looked at following up with the elbows. What also can happen in this range is one person will get dominance and get the head down. From there, they're going to start wailing in the face and beating the head. Classic street hockey style. If you understand how that works, you can understand one, how not to end up there, and two, how to use it. So learn how to use it. What I want from any one of these positions is dominance of his head below my eye line. That's what I want, which is harder for me than it is for him, because there's a full head height disparity. He's only got to get my head here. I've got to get his head here. Do you understand? So from this range, maybe I soften up his base here with this knee to the inside of his femoral. So maybe here, boom, I'll drive that, gives me this. Now I can hit here, boom, now I have that, now I have this. Do that kiss. Bing! Right? That's how you should fight from this range. So from here, if you end up in this position with one hand over, or preferably both, just take your hand and shoot it down the line of his spine to his clothing. From here, just pull it and drive it into the nape of his neck. You might successfully get it right over his head, in which case you can start wailing, but you want it in the nape of the neck so I can control him. From here, I'm going to start pounding his face, probably with open-handed claw shots that would hit him if he wasn't covered up straight in the eyes. I'm only going to get one of them before he does that. Now it's futile for me to do this, or switch and do this, this, this. So this still teaching you how to branch, right? So here's the drill quickly. I'm going to clinch, take your left hand, reach down the spine, pull up into the nape of the neck. Give me resistance. Here. From here, start working this. Here, bum, here. Right in. Put it in here. Right, listen up quick. We can spend the rest of the time that we've got just pushing and pulling. Clearly you need to do more of that. When you're pushing against each other and resisting each other, you're learning to manhandle and get manhandled. If you're familiar with that, then it's nothing new if you end up with it, is it? Because it's guaranteed. Guaranteed. If you only play with somebody that's compliant, then everything you do will work. But when you throw compliance your way, most of the martial arts are works, they don't work. Not unless you fucking adapt, pressure test, resist. If they work successfully against somebody that's non-compliant, trying to make you fail, then they've got merit. Do you agree? Yeah. But no one's going to give you fuck all, so you need to, once you understand it's resisting, grappling dynamic, that's when you get the most from these kind of drills. Do you understand? If you all had experience of that component first, you'd know what I'm talking about. And that would look much more like a fight. Does that make sense? But you're still gaining something from it because you're learning how to use in-fight weapons. Where this works best is if somebody has this kind of attire, a hoodie. If it was on, great, Christmas. If not, I know how to create it, be it on or over his head, then I could. But if I ended up in this situation here, where it's necessary for me to do something, to stop him, fucking dominate him with that hood. Do you understand? So I'm learning to use the synthetic ally. I'm using his clothing against him. So think about that. Next time some fucking Chad with a baseball cap and his hood up walks up trying to intimidate him. He's just giving me a hand and beat the fuck out of him. Think of it that way round. Do you understand? You've got to cultivate that mentality. So here, all you're doing, if you've got this type of clothing, all I need to do is grab that. I want a softener, so I might put that in, and I get this. finishing. Understand? Try and work it like that when you make with what you got. You throw the top around just to create space. You can push with your head to create space. What's the objective from this range of creating space?
So his primary weapons.
So I can get to impact, right? So we have primary weapons: palm, slap, hammer, elbow, knee, eye blitz, right? Then you have secondary weapons. Secondary weapons are when primary weapons are not available. When are primary weapons not available? During confinement. When are you confined? When you're against the wall or in the corner with something. Or when both of you hit the ground. Or if you're fighting in a car. Now you're encumbered. From here you have to use tools that work under restriction. Those tools are still striking, but restricted. So me butting you in the face with my shoulder is still considered a strike. It's a restricted incidental shot before I load up a big shot. Because the big shot isn't available unless I hurt you to create space. Natural reaction to me hurting you with impact, something concussive, will make you move away from me. Do you agree or not?
Yeah.
The natural reaction, if I drive my thumb in your eye, will make you want to move away from that source of pain. Do you agree or not?
Yeah.
So the purpose of these secondary tools are to make you fuck off, so that I can hit you, right? So you get up the ladder of force to primary weapons. So gouging and biting creates space. Bopping, driving with your head, popping with your elbow creates space. Objective, great space from extreme close quarters to close quarters. You need to be able to fight from both. Understand the lesson?
Yeah.
Right, move on, Jamie.
Right.